Finland in December offers a true winter wonderland experience. Therefore, I'm here to suggest a 2-week itinerary to maximize your time and get the most out of your trip to truly make it memorable, with a bonus day excursion to Estonia. Welcome to Sarah's Scuba and Travel Channel. Even though 2 weeks may sound like a lot of time, it really is not. First, when traveling from the eastern United States, it takes the first 2 days of your vacation just to get to Helsinki. Then you will most likely be tired due to the 7-hour time difference. If you are traveling from further west in the US, your travel time and adjustment may be that much more difficult. Basically, anywhere other than Europe or Russia, you will be traveling quite a long distance. Therefore, give yourself plenty of days to truly enjoy the experiences the country has to offer. Day 1 involves boarding your first flight. Most departure cities will require you to change planes at least once to reach Helsinki. Our first flight was on an overnight flight with a layover in Reykjavik. You will actually arrive on day 2 of the itinerary. The Helsinki airport is pretty easy to navigate. After retrieving your luggage, I recommend heading underground to the metro to make your way to the Helsinki city center. It can be a little intimidating at first, but many people are trying to figure out how to navigate the system as well. So if you're not sure what to purchase, you can ask a fellow traveler. You have some options. First, if you know you're going to rely on public transportation throughout your stay, you can purchase a multi-day HSL card. Helsinki Regional Transport, or HSL, is Helsinki's public transport operator. It is in charge of the buses, trams, metro service, commuter trains, and ferries. Purchasing this card will allow you access to all of these forms of transport. If you are just trying to get to the city center, then you can purchase a single ABC zone ticket. This will take you to the main train station in Helsinki city center. Upon arrival at the train station, make your journey to your accommodations. I booked an Airbnb close to the train station, so we made the short hike through the snow with our luggage. If I can make one suggestion, make sure you figure out in advance which side the train station your accommodations are located on, so you don't end up wandering around the train station or take the long way around while hauling all of your luggage on very little sleep. There are taxis available outside the train station, if this is a better option for you based on the location of your accommodations. I also used Uber quite frequently during our stay. Beware that Uber drivers have taxi signs on their cars. This threw me off at first because I was not looking for a taxi when my rideshare pulled up. We took the afternoon to rest a little bit and try to adjust to the darkness setting in around 3:30 p.m. This is something I don't think we ever fully adjusted to during our time in Finland. We enjoyed dinner nearby at the Maya Bar and Grill, which offers their own take on Latin American cuisine. Hopefully you can get some rest and feel refreshed to start day 3, your actual first day in Finland. We had a hard time adjusting to the time difference and woke up at 4 a.m. It took a few days to acclimate. Day 3 starts with a tour of Helsinki with the city planner. This is a 3-hour walking tour of the city. I highly recommend doing this tour as your first activity to learn the layout of the city and appreciate the history and culture that you will be experiencing for the next few days. To help you, I've put links to all of the tours and vendors I recommend from my experience in the video description below. Next, grab some lunch and warm up. Mount Everest, a Nepalese restaurant near the train station, offers wonderful lunch options. You will not regret it. After lunch, you may want to head back to your accommodations and take a break for a little bit. If not, there are multiple museums in the city that you may want to explore. In the evening, head over to Senate Square and experience the Christmas market. I recommend making a dinner reservation at Restaurant Savate in advance online. The restaurant is located across the street from the market and offers traditional Finnish food. If you are wondering about tipping, this is not required in Finland. However, if you feel like you received great service and would like to leave a thank you, it is appreciated. On your way back to your accommodations, I recommend walking over to Stockman department store and checking out the window display. They had an animated Christmas jungle theme in December 2023. If you are looking for an evening activity, Casino Helsinki is located near the train station. I did not test my luck on this trip, even though I'm pretty sure I heard the roulette table calling my name. I know we just got started in Helsinki, but day 4, make a trip to Tallinn, Estonia. Tallinn is located on the other side of the Gulf of Finland. The best way to get there is by ferry. The ferry ride is approximately 2 to 2.5 hours long. The ferry feels like a small cruise ship. For more information on the ferry, please see my Caroline ferry video. I have provided a link in the description below. Tallinn is Estonia's capital and is an old medieval town with cobblestone roads and medieval walls. I highly recommend spending your time wandering through the town. Some highlights include Hellemann Tower, St. Catherine's Passage, the Town Hall Square, Alexander Nevsky Cathedral, viewing platforms, and the Kiek and Kok Fortification Museum. For more information on planning your visit to Tallinn, please see my Tallinn Estonia video. I've provided a link in the description below. You can arrange your return ferry back to Helsinki for the evening to return to your accommodations in Finland. You can also enjoy a nice dinner on the boat. Day 5, we're back in Helsinki. I made my way to the Helsinki Winter Gardens. These are located next to the Olympic Stadium, if you have an interest in exploring that area. These gardens are small but a nice relief from the elements. An alternative to making a trip to Helsinki Gardens is visiting the Kaisaniemi Botanic Gardens, which are close to the train station. Unfortunately, these gardens were closed due to construction at the time of my visit. If the gardens don't interest you, you can spend time visiting a museum, markets, or the various religious facilities. Day 5 happened to fall on December 13th for us, which was the St. Lucia Day celebration in Helsinki. Make sure you research holidays and events prior to your visit to see what celebrations may be occurring during your stay. We enjoyed dinner at Bistro Vilho. The food was very good. This is another restaurant close to the train station if you are looking for more options. Day 6, we checked out of our Airbnb in the morning and stored our luggage at the train station before heading to the ferry to Suomenlinna. Ferry tickets can be purchased at the dock from the automated machines. If you purchased a multi-day HSL card, you can use that for the ferry. If not, you can purchase a one-day pass or individual departure tickets. Since we did not have plans to use any other public transportation that day, it was cheaper for us to purchase the departure ticket at the dock and then purchase the return ticket from Suomenlinna. Suomenlinna is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It is a sea fortress dating back to the 1700s. There are various sites to explore like the Suomenlinna Church, the Suomenlinna Museum, the Catacombs and Great Courtyard, the Dry Dock Observation Deck, and the Kustanmiekka Sandbanks and Artillery. You can plan to spend a full day exploring Suomenlinna. When you are ready, purchase your return ferry ticket. From here, we made our way to the train station and had dinner at Restaurant Olivia in the train station before boarding the Santa Claus Express to make our journey to Rovaniemi. Rovaniemi is situated on the Arctic Circle in Lapland. For more information on visiting Helsinki, please see my Helsinki Finland video. The Santa Claus Express is an overnight train ride. I encourage you to consider train travel. It is the most eco-friendly means of travel in comparison to car, bus, and airplane. A fun fact on the VR website states that you can travel by train from Helsinki to Rovaniemi and back 50 times, whereas the same amount of emissions is produced during only one round trip by car. There are a variety of seating options from eco-class seats to private cubbies. I recommend splurging and purchasing a sleeper cabin with your own toilet and shower. The train stops frequently, and when it does, you lose power, so it makes running electronics challenging. Linens are provided in the sleeper cabins. On day 7, you will awaken early as your train approaches the Rovaniemi train station. You can purchase breakfast on the train, but we opted to eat breakfast in the train station restaurant. I arranged for our first tour to pick us up from the train station. We started our Lapland adventure with a reindeer sleigh ride. Sunny Safari offers a 1-hour sleigh ride into the beautiful wintry forest. This is a must-add adventure to your itinerary. You do not have to navigate the sleigh. The reindeers are connected to each other and guided by one of the staff. This means that you get to sit back and thoroughly enjoy your ride. After your reindeer sleigh ride, this is a good opportunity to visit Santa Claus Village. We enjoyed lunch at the Three Elves restaurant. You can stop by the Santa Claus main post office. Here you can purchase postcards and send them to your friends and family with a stamp from the Arctic Circle. You can also purchase letters from Santa to be mailed for the next Christmas season. Another must stop is the Arctic Circle, which cuts right through Santa Claus Village. If you are trying to see Santa, I recommend visiting Santa Claus City Office in the Rovaniemi City Center. We enjoyed an Italian dinner at Rosso. Take some time to enjoy the Rovaniemi City Center. There are shops and an ice skating rink, and in December of 2023 there was a nice ice nativity scene. It is a much more enjoyable experience compared to the chaos of Santa Claus Village. For more information on visiting Rovaniemi, please see my Rovaniemi, Finland video. Check out the video description below for the link. Day 8 is time for an active adventure. I recommend booking the snowshoeing trip to Kohtuotsa with Lapland Welcome. The day of our visit, it was too warm to use snowshoes, so we just hiked. Kohtuotsa is a nature reserve approximately an hour and a half southeast of Rovaniemi. You can choose to make the 5-kilometer loop or the 1-kilometer hike. If you are physically able, I highly recommend the 5-kilometer loop. You will get to slide down frozen paths, see the bearded moss that only grows where there's no pollution, experience 6 of the 7 named waterfalls in the park, all of which are frozen, and walk through the canyon. It is a beautiful experience. Tipping is not expected in Finland, however it is greatly appreciated. Please tip your tour guides and restaurant waitstaff. Day 9 starts with a snowmobile ride into the Arctic Circle forest with wild Nordic Finland. This tour gives you approximately 90 minutes of riding with an opportunity to stop and take pictures. The snowmobiling trail will take you through a beautiful untouched forest. Enjoy the exhilaration of the ride and the beauty around you. When making your reservation online, you can purchase a single rider supplement, which I highly recommend for everyone who has a valid driver's license. It is a lot more fun to drive your own snowmobile, especially if this is not a common activity for where you live, like Florida. You can spend your afternoon exploring more of Rovaniemi or make a visit to Santa Claus Village, if you have not already done so. The Wild Nordic Finland office is across the street from the Santa Claus Village. For dinner, I recommend making reservations at the Arctic restaurant, which serves Finnish food. Remember to check the aurora forecast while you are visiting during the months of October to March. You are at the Arctic Circle, and you have a greater likelihood of experiencing the northern lights if there are solar winds on a clear night. We actually got to experience the northern lights on the night of day 9 from the city. We used the My Aurora Forecast app to track activity on our cell phones. You can head over to the Arcticum Science Museum. If you are taking a rideshare, make sure you tell them you want to be dropped off in the parking lot. Follow the parking lot to the back of the building where you will find a trail that leads through a tunnel, under the highway, and eventually out to the park. This is where you can find a spot to watch the lights. The park is dark enough to see the lights and experience the magic. Day 10 will take you to another forest, the Pyhä Luosto National Park. Today we are visiting the Lampivaara Amethyst Mine with the Arctic Circle Snowmobile Park Tour Group. The tour will pick you up from your accommodations or designated pickup location. The ride is approximately an hour and a half from the Rovaniemi city center. Once you arrive at the parking area, you will be picked up by the Amethyst Mine, which will take you to the top of the mountain where the mine is located. The ride is nice and slow, so you can enjoy the beauty around you. At the top, you will get beautiful views of the forest below. After a quick introduction to the mine, you will have an opportunity to enter the open mine, which does require navigating quite a few steps. You will be given a digging tool and collector bucket. Then you can start digging for amethyst. You do not need to break open the rocks. You are simply digging the large rocks out of the way to find the stones. At the end, you will be allowed to take some of your smaller finds home with you. You will be hungry from your day-long adventure. I recommend making a reservation in advance for Ravintoli Nili, which is a full Finnish dining experience where you can try bear and reindeer. For day 11, you will need to make sure you are packed and ready to go early in the morning because it is checkout day. However, you are not done with Rovaniemi. The morning starts with a pickup from Sunny Safari for the Become a Husky Musher in Lapland tour. They will pick you up from your accommodations. I was able to arrange in advance to transport our luggage with us, so we were able to check out of our accommodations early. This also meant we didn't have to worry about what time our tour ended versus our checkout time. Plus, we had our luggage with us, so we could just move on to our next adventure when we were done with our tour. Your guide will take you to their equipment office and get you dressed appropriately. Then it is off to the Ratola Husky Farm, where you will be trained in how to drive the sled and become a real musher. Your ride is approximately 1 hour with the opportunity to switch the driver and rider at the halfway point. This is not a leisurely activity for the driver. The rider gets to sit back and enjoy. However, the driver must make sure they run with the sled and push while climbing uphill. Also, it takes all your body weight to keep the dogs from taking off while you are stopped. It is an incredible experience though, and the dogs love to run. After the tour, we asked to be dropped off at Santa Claus Village to pick up the bus to the Arctic Snow Hotel and igloos. You can arrange transport ahead of time online. The bus picks up in front of Snowman World. Tonight, we are staying in the Arctic Snow Hotel. The Arctic Snow Hotel is constructed each year and opens in mid-December. There is an ice restaurant, an ice bar, and an ice chapel as well. This is truly a unique stay and one that I'm very thankful I did. My husband might tell you a different story. For more information on planning your stay, please see my Arctic Snow Hotel and Glass Igloo Finland video. The link is in the description below. If you don't think you can sleep in this hotel, that's okay. You can arrange a day visit and tour, which will allow you to explore the hotel and enjoy the amenities during your visit. If some of the attractions in Rovaniemi do not interest you in this itinerary, you can swap them out for things like the Reindeer Wildlife Park, Arctica Museum and Science Center, ice fishing, and cross-country skiing. Our group split up some days so we could enjoy activities that interested each of us. If you decided to conquer the Snow Hotel, hopefully you are waking up feeling rested on day 12. Breakfast is provided at the resort. You want to arrange transport back to Rovaniemi online in advance. Taxis are quite expensive to and from the hotel. I arranged drop-off at the Rovaniemi bus station, where we boarded a bus to head even further north to the Kohtuotsa resort. You can purchase bus tickets online in advance or from the bus driver when boarding. The bus ride is approximately 3 hours and 15 minutes. This resort offers multiple lodging options, but the highlight is the glass igloos, where you can lay in bed and watch the northern lights dance across the sky on a clear night. Even if you don't have solar winds, the stars are still amazing on a clear night as they circle the pole. Day 13, enjoy breakfast in your village and head out for some adventures. We decided to do a cross-country skiing lesson. It was a lot of fun and we had a beautiful sunrise sunset during our 1 hour lesson. Remember, you don't get much daylight this far north in the winter, so you do see sunrise and sunset very quick. Afterwards, we headed to the West Village to enjoy the on-site planetarium, observation tower, and art museum. Then it was time for an early dinner. Breakfast and dinner are included in the price of your stay. The meals were delicious, and the breakfast was the best breakfast buffet we experienced during our entire trip. For more information on preparing for your stay at Kohtuotsa, please see my Kohtuotsa Arctic Resort Glass Igloo video. You know where it is in the description below. Day 14, the trip is starting to come to an end. You will need to haul your luggage to reception on the sledge and check out. Enjoy your last free breakfast before making your way to the bus stop. Beware, the buses are not always on time, and it gets cold out here. So dress warm. You will hop on the bus and make the 3 hour and 15-minute journey back to Rovaniemi. This time you want to be dropped off at the train station. We enjoyed a late lunch, early dinner at the train station restaurant. Then we boarded the Santa Claus Express to make our night journey back to Helsinki. Day 15, you will arrive at the Helsinki train station nice and early. We enjoyed breakfast at the train station and I ran across the street to the grocery store to pick up some chocolate to take home. Grocery stores are some of the best places to check out different kinds of snacks and candies that are specific to that culture. It is also a cheap place to buy souvenirs. From here, we took the HSL train back to the airport to board our flight home. Finland is truly a winter wonderland with once-in-a-lifetime opportunities. I hope this video helps you plan an itinerary that works best for you. If you have other suggestions for activities or cities to visit in Finland, please put your recommendations in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. If you would like to help support future productions, please donate using the Super Thanks button or buy me a snack using the link in the description below. Please join the Facebook group and follow me on Instagram for more content.